which shouldn't be being evicted.
They give me 30 days.
Good evening, folks. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm redoing this eviction moratorium video because I understand my volume wasn't on a few minutes ago. I'm hoping you guys can hear me tonight, and you guys will watch this. The eviction moratorium is not a rent where you don't have to pay your rent. Okay, you guys, the moratorium is there to try to help people get back on their feet. But right now, all across the United States, people are being evicted. I want you guys to watch this. I'm sure that we have quite a few people that are renting right now. You guys need to watch this. This is what's on live on CNN. I believe it's good news. It's actually happening in the Bay Area too. I've had quite a few calls in the last few weeks about people concerned about the moratorium and they're behind on their rent. So I would that you guys would take the time to watch this as well as share it with some other folks. I'm gonna get out of the way.
Where did I go with my kids?
The tenants we meet today won't know if they can stay in their homes until yet another court appearance next week.
Everything was going so perfect until it just wasn't.
It's just really overwhelming and scary because you know what's going to happen in there.
Everywhere you turn, a different face shares an economic plight that landed them here.
This isn't a small bump in the road. This is something that is going to be around for a long time and have lasting effects.
In Columbus, Ohio, the city convention center is now the courtroom.
And you're occupying this property?
This space chosen to socially distance crowds during the pandemic. 118 evictions are on the docket today. Among them, Umu Conte.
I was doing overtime so that I can have a big check to start paying the I owe the apartment complex. And the bank I have is almost nothing in my account. I buy a cashier's check, I pay my rent. The remaining one, I keep it and buy food for my kids. I go pay my rent. I keep on working again. And every 2 weeks they pay me. The money is not sufficient.
Conte says she contracted the virus in June at the nursing home where she worked. The U.S. resident, an immigrant from Sierra Leone, was out of work for 2 months. She's now working as a home health care aide, making $12 an hour. It's not enough to pay the rent she owes.
I never joke with my rent, even though I don't have nothing to put on my body. But because of when I get sick, I can't make it to have a full money again to pay. They give me 30 days. I'm just thinking about my kids. Where did I go with my kids? Now my babysitter is sick with the COVID and she was admitted in the hospital. I don't have nobody to look after my kids.
Everywhere you turn, a different face shares an economic plight that landed them here.
We forget that these are actual human beings. There are 112 eviction cases scheduled this morning, and that means there are 112 separate families who are facing the possibility of being put out of their home this morning, many of those certainly because COVID-19 affected the way that their income streams have come in and their ability to pay rent.
How much human suffering are you seeing here?
Each of those people is an individual human being who has to come to court today and face the prospect of leaving and not having a place to sleep in a week, which is terrifying under normal circumstances, but during a pandemic is even more frightening because you can't stay at home and stay safe if you don't have a home to stay in.
The public often thinks a moratorium means nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the case?
Absolutely not here, and I don't believe in any other places at this point. There are cases being filed every day still.
Why did you do that?
For non-payment of rent.
Cases filed against tenants despite a national moratorium on most evictions until the end of the year. The Legal Aid Society of Columbus says most tenants don't know about the moratorium or how to get the federal protection.
The CDC has an eviction moratorium in place. How is it that evictions are happening now?
The CDC moratorium that is in place requires that a tenant opt into the moratorium by sending a notice to their landlord.
It requires that you opt into the moratorium. Many of us are not taking this step. Many of us are going to be in eviction court. You need to listen. You have to opt into the moratorium. They're setting you guys up. So all of us, if you've not paid your rent, please go back and watch this again. I'll come on and commentate at the end, but you have to opt in.
Or this is new information and a new process. I think a lot of tenants don't know about how this works yet, and that they have to take some sort of action in order to have themselves protected.
Is it scary being here?
Yes, because it's my first time.
Have you ever been in trouble before?
No, never. This is my first time.
In Columbus, financial aid and pro bono lawyers sit on the
This is
wings of
happening in the Bay
Magistrate
Area,
Kirk Lindsay's
California,
eviction
too.
court,
These are certainly unprecedented times from my perspective.
working to get that moratorium information to tenants like the Turner family.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just scary for her because this is like our first apartment. Like, we're new really to the adulthood.
How did you guys end up here?
Well, I recently just had my daughter a few months ago. After our maternity leave, our job got closed down due to COVID. So it's just been really hard trying to get back on our feet and find like a stable job and things like that. So we kind of fell a little bit behind.
They're new parents, afraid to comfort their 8-month-old daughter in the public air in the pandemic.
We don't trust like sending her to childcare and stuff because of the COVID.
Everything was going so perfect until it just wasn't,
Both of you lost your jobs.
Yeah.
That was in March. Rodney Turner just got a new job 2 weeks ago, but they're months behind on rent.
What has it been like for you trying to navigate through all this?
It's just really overwhelming and scary because we don't know, what's going to happen in there. They could say we got to move out in a week and we don't know.
I ended up actually having to sell my car. We're people that are always so on top of stuff and always have everything taken care of. So these times, it's just really the opposite of what we're used to. And it's hard.
Is it a little scary?
Yeah.
The tenants we meet today won't know if they can stay in their homes until yet another court appearance next week.
You still got the eviction order, even though there's this moratorium.
Correct.
We do know there is like a legal order that, we shouldn't be being evicted.
One of the other big issues that we keep hearing about is this is just kicking the can down the road.
Absolutely. People still are out of work. People still are losing and struggling with unemployment benefits. Franklin County and Columbus already had a significant shortage of safe, affordable housing for low-income families. There's a huge need for rental assistance that I see every day. I see a great need and an extensive and expanding need for safe, affordable housing that is just being exacerbated by the pandemic. This isn't a small bump in the road. This is something that is going to be around for a long time and have lasting effects.
Umu Conte heads home. A single mother, the healthcare worker asks friends to care for her children day to day while she cares for the elderly.
This is Ramatu. This is Khadija. It's my daughter. She just started kindergarten.
She is grateful for her small home.
My apartment is nice, as you can see.
She just needs to find a way to stay.
What do you want to tell people who may not understand what's happening and, for average working families about how tough it is right now?
I would say just just stay faithful, stay hopeful. Don't let it get you down, and keep finding ways, to just push through and move forward.
Everybody's got their favorite part of the cycle.
Well, folks, I just wanted to share that with you guys tonight. In order for the moratorium to work, you have to opt in. There are nonprofit eviction attorneys that are available to you. If you having an issue with paying rent or the moratorium, you can always Google nonprofit eviction attorneys. There are free services available that will help you navigate through this process. If you end up also in eviction court, there are lots of at the courthouse. There are a lot of eviction advocates at the courthouse. The one in Hayward is the one that I've always gone to, that will be able to help you navigate through the moratorium. Those of you guys that are behind on mortgages because you can't pay your mortgage, you lost your job or something of that effect, you want to know if you have those issues, you can always call our office and set up an appointment so you don't have to go through it alone. If you don't have anyone to talk to and don't have valid information, you can always call my office. And we'll make sure that I'm available. We'll have people there available to talk to us. This is going to be a big thing, you guys. I've been calling it for the last 6 months. It's not going to be pretty, and we believe that there's going to be a lot of stuff hitting the market as the election gets closer. There are a lot of houses hitting the market right now. I don't think anybody recognizes it because they're selling so fast. The market is very, very plentiful right now with buyers. I would say it's about 10 buyers for every one house right now. So you guys be vigilant. Those of you, I see some Karen Green is in the room with me. What I'm going to say to you tonight is just be prayerful. Just wait, because right now there is no houses available. We're being kind of stuck with this for the last month or two. You guys have been seeing me all over the Bay Area, but I got to keep it 100 with you guys. I've not sold a whole lot of houses. We've written a lot of offers. We've showed a lot of houses, but we've not done a whole lot. Although we've done some, but not as many as you would think for the showings. I think we're closing 3 or 4 right now, and we just put one in yesterday. But under normal times, we probably would have sold 7 to 10 houses per month. So right now, you guys stay vigilant. Do not get upset, Karen. Just stay prayerful. I believe it's going to come back to you. There's just nothing I can show you guys right now. I'm not hiding houses. If there's a house that you guys know of that I can help you get into and I've missed it, by all means, bring that to my attention. But please stay prayerful. Make sure we go out and vote. If you guys can, vote early. There's a lot of trickery going on right now. I know you guys have heard about the drop boxes that are being phony drop boxes that are being put in all around California, where people are dropping their ballots in unsanctioned boxes. So be careful with that. If you can, go to the poll, but make sure that we be safe, because again, I got to believe that Donald Trump is up to something. He's on TV with no mask, no social distancing. He's got the corona, and he's out there passing the corona around. So something's not right, you guys. Just stay prayerful. And if you need some help, know that we're here for you, free of charge. We're not here trying to buy your house, sell your house, but we can give you information to help you save your house or to prepare for what's coming. It's not unknown what's going to happen right now. We do know what's going to happen, and we can explain that to you so you can be prepared. For any of you guys that know folks, they'd be more than happy to call our office. We are here. We are a community real estate company. We don't just sell houses. We help people maintain housing as well. So if you want to maintain your house and you're in the process, you have a mortgage, you can always call our office and we'll brainstorm with you to find solutions to help you save your home. God bless you guys all. Please share this with folks. There's a lot of misinformation about the moratorium right now. You guys just got it out right from CNN, just as I did. I've got a seminar tomorrow about the same thing. We may have some additional information we'll bring back, but we need you guys to wake up, stay woke, vote, and definitely Don't listen to just anybody about the moratorium. You need to get it straight from the horse's mouth. Don't listen to your next door neighbor, because you know how information gets twisted as it goes through one person to the other. So you guys make sure that you get your information from reliable sources. And we will try to keep you guys updated as we get information on the moratorium. We'll be more than happy to bring it here on our page, but we want you to share it with your loved ones, okay? God bless you guys all. Keep us in your prayers, because we're struggling like everybody else is. We've been busy, but we're still keeping ourselves in the middle of the road and keep helping as many people as we can. And we believe at the end of the day, God will provide. All right? God bless you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next show tomorrow, Wisdom Wednesday. Peace.